Hello and welcome to Lawd Lukan. It's time to fling back your rock and rise to the occasion as we ascend to another episode of Love After Lockup. In today's show, Quiana's got kids. Yes, indeedy, we have the pictures. Savannah is doing her own Easter hunt.
Hey, I found you a thing.
Good, thank you.
Will picks his lips. Some woman picks her nose. Bradley's sister says some stuff.
I don't.
And Savannah does a magic trick.
What's up?
All this and more right here on the Lawd Lukan channel.
More than everything I imagined.
Greetings and felicitations, ciao, and gruta peloquencing to you. Big loves to those who've subscribed, you beautiful people, and an egoist teapot to the lords and ladies of the Lukan Manor. Some people, my little cupcake of joy, say that freedom is about doing what you like. Other people say that the freedom to like what you do is also called happiness. And then, of course, there are those who think happiness is just a marketing gimmick for people who can't handle reality. One man who's hoping to handle Courtney's realities is Will over in Portland. Fun fact about Portland: the birthplace of Matt Groening, many of the Simpsons characters were named after some of the roads and stuff. Yeah, there you go. Useless fact of the day. Anyway, today Will is dazzling Courtney with his observation skills.
Nails look really nice. I like the purple.
Thanks, they're pink.
Also in the observation station is Courtney, who noticed something profound.
I don't feel confined anymore.
Good job, you. Now, it may be me, but what's with all the high school activities that people want to do in this show? Ashley wanted to go swimming, and for someone who is faker than Montana Mills' music career, not sure why she'd choose that. We already know her makeup's not waterproof. She'd jump in, look like Salma Hayek, and emerge looking more like a train wreck. Yo, have you seen my woman around here? And Will here, well, his master plan includes...
Didn't you say you want to go bowling?
We can go bowling, sure.
Yes, let's do it.
Bowling, yeah, great. Yeah. That's what all the inmates dream of, you know. Well, some might dream of taking a firm grip of someone's balls and flinging them down an alleyway, but most people prefer dinner, or maybe a spa experience. But no, Courtney gets bowling and trees.
The sunshine, the trees, the buildings.
Trees are great.
Yeah, fuck the trees, give me bad food and a good woman and I'll be fine. But I think Will might be skirting along the edge of claustrophobiasville as he starts to kill her with sweetness.
Way you say cute is adorable to me.
And now we've all got diabetes. No, I hope he's not going to do this for the entire journey. Oh, Courtney, I love the way you breathe. Oh, Courtney, I love the vague funk of prison you're admitting.
Courtney is more than everything I imagined she could be. She is amazing.
What? How? Why? How is she so amazing in the last 45 minutes? Because, I think he's just one of these guys that thinks that everything is awesome. Like those people who work at call centers. And would you like to confirm your name for security? Yes, I'm Lawd Lukan. Awesome! Yeah, and how old are you? Yeah, I've just turned ancient. Awesome! And what's your address? Well, it's number 10. Awesome! Downing Street. Yeah, motherfucker! Let's address the crap out of this bitch. Woo! So I'm calling today with regards to the return direct debit.
I'm more ready than ever to propose to Courtney. I love her so much, and I can't imagine a day without her.
Stop it! So he's decided, after spending an hour or so with her, that this woman is the woman for him. With the mindless getting to know you chit-chat.
The usual mindless, boring, getting to know you chit-chat.
That this is everything he's ever wanted and more.
More than everything I imagined.
Great, yeah, I was hoping to find somebody who flicks their hair about while giving surface-level depth answers too. But who am I to judge Judy? She's clearly ticked his extensive list of requirements for marriage.
I know I love her, and I know that I want to spend the rest of my life with her, and I'm pretty sure that's all you really need to get married.
Yeah, you know, that's all it takes, really, you know. Aside from all that pesky trust, sense of security, wanting to grow and build dreams with somebody significant. But don't worry about all that. But one thing I don't like about Courtney is the fact she takes an absolute age to say anything.
In the past, I've hurt her and broke her trust.
Bloody hell, why do you talk like that? It takes ages to say anything.
And now, I'm...
rapidly losing interest. But it's kind of fun because at one point she sounds like she's testing out her truck horn impression.
Hurt her.
Burp, burp.
Hurt her.
Also, you know, he's just sitting there picking his lips. Lovely, flaky lips. That'll be nice. So, while they're looking for some lip balm, we're gonna check in on Quiana and Damodrick. And yes, indeedy, Quiana has herself some kids. In fact, the baby daddy is feeling a wee bit left out, it seems. So he's decided to get involved online And to prove he was telling the truth, Biscuits, he posted this picture. Looks a bit like a grown-up Toad from Super Mario. So when I wondered why she had kids' car seats last week, I guess this could be the reason why. So anyway, fresh from a wig malfunction of last week, Quiana is preparing for an evening of wow with Damodrick. Some people go to great lengths to create a delicious landing pad for their man. I see Quiana is keeping it brief. Yeah, I know, they're not briefs, but Quiana keeping it G-string wouldn't have worked quite as well. Still, my keen sense of sight has detected that she hasn't opted for butt plugs and rope. Jasmine aside, you'll never see a woman lining the bedstead with daisy dildos on reality TV. It seems like it's somewhat socially accepted to assume that a lady might be wanting the visitors to use the tradesman's entrance. Was there a memo that went out to the boys and I just didn't get it? I just prefer to take the highway than the old town road. Ooh, that puts a whole other twist on that song. Poor horse. Also, poor Jeep. What the hell happened to those? I thought Jeeps were cool and rugged things, made for beating nature into submission. What the hell is this? Looks like Minecraft did an SUV. Anyway, Quiana and her Why Bother Mobile are on their way to pick up Damodrick and have a barbecue with the relatives, which may or may not include Damodrick's baby mama.
I'm just nervous for what happens next.
I'm sure it'll be fine. It's not like she's been posting online about her little Damodrick. Over now to Brooke and JK, and I'm not even sure why we're bothering, really. They split up back in January because they couldn't hold it together for longer than it spent sullying that creepy medical room. He's blatantly talking to other women. She's, thankfully, not falling for his crap. So, what's there to watch? JK doing an impression of the best dad in the world after promising to be a daddy to Brooke's kids? Yeah, good job you. Doing it for the daddies, are you? Also, we'd totally forgotten about the whole storyline with the friend who lives with them. I wonder what happened to her. Did she get a sweet new place if she doesn't mind looking after Brooke's kids while Brooke trolls the internet for daddy number 4? Who cares? It's just what happened. They're welcome to each other. In a similar way to Savannah and nice but dim Bradley. They find anything to argue over. And today they're arguing over how to dress for cocktails. Cocktails, yes. That's an interesting way to describe what they do. Anyway, because he accessorized a dress shirt with a jacket that says Steve Irwin just got out of jail, which isn't exactly the worst fashion crime we've seen on Lalu. Shout out to Julian in the shorts, shirt and tie combo. Delightful. But I don't think she should talk. Just look at her ensemble. Didn't want a dress that fit then, no? And why have the length adjusted by pleating at the hip? It just creates this really unflattering bulge. The split would have been much better. Even Bradley's given her a sneaky side-eye. Anyway, these two are off to meet Bradley's family. And the family?
She has 1,000,001 problems with me.
Isn't it always a bit sus when someone seems to have a problem with pretty much everybody? Even the most despicable people in the world get on with some people. But Savannah seems to always be at the end of somebody else's problem. I'm just not buying that. And I think she shed a wee touch of light on it when she says,
One day it's something, and the next day it's something else, and the next day it's something I posted.
yeah, I bet she's a sharp-tongued Medusa. And you know what they say? When there's a shed load of smoke, someone's gotten excited with the propane. Then we meet a few of Bradley's friends, including Wipey Nose Lady. Glad you did that on TV, huh? And his mate Hunter, who looks like he spilled his wine on his shoe. Damn though, drinking red wine and wearing a white waistcoat's a brave move. But don't worry, laundry fans. It's looking perfectly fine in later shots, so we're okay. Anyway, then Savannah does a bit of magic. She and Bradley take a seat. Hello to the random guy. Savannah's like, ooh, look at the leafy bit. And I'm sitting here thinking, that must be a nightmare when it gets dusty. And Bradley's sister walks in. So Savannah turns into the white suit guy. Blimey, that's amazing. Then she turns herself back again.
What's up?
Wow, how'd he do that? So we can sit here and analyse how her dressing as a snake is foreshadowing of her impact on the relationship, that the fact she may have come dressed symbolically as Savannah has a snake tattooed on her neck, which also has the interesting semiotic of always facing the cross that she wears. Yeah, we could talk about all that sort of stuff, but I'm gonna go lowbrow by pointing out the drinks look a bit like a pair of boobs.
I'm worried that Bradley might eventually have to be in a position where he's gonna have to choose between me and his family.
Tee, boob cocktails. So, will Will propose to Courtney? Will the barbecue end in tears? Will anyone care what happened to Brooks and JK? Nope. So don't forget to subscribe and enable those delightful notifications to come along and join us for the ride. So if you enjoy what I do, then please do like, subscribe, and try one of these delightful offerings. So until we meet again, stay beautiful, love to my 3, and you take care of yourself.
Please subscribe now for our like